We want to be successful. But what is success? Bill Gates, according to Forbes magazine, is the richest person in the world. He's worth $43.7 billion. That's more than I earn, right? And then you have the late Mother Teresa of Calcutta, who died penniless, and when she died, all she had was a chipped tin enamel mug and a threadbare cotton sari. Who's more successful? They're equally successful, because success, the best definition of success I've ever heard in my life, is success is the realization of your goal. Whatever your goal and aspiration is, upon its realization, you're successful. So the first lesson I learned was this. The thing that stops most people being successful is they're afraid. They're afraid they're going to fail. They're afraid they're going to look bad. They're afraid they're going to walk on this stage and stammer, stutter, and fail. They're afraid they're going to get cancer. They're going to break their neck. They're not going to find love. They're afraid, they're afraid, they're afraid. Let me tell you, 99% of the things you're afraid of are not going to happen. And when they do happen, you'll cope with them. The question I get asked more than any other question in the world is this question: Robin, how do I motivate my son to stay at school? How do I motivate my clients to buy from me? How to motivate myself to get fit? Motivation is really much studied and little understood, but this much is known. The number one motivator to the average person in the world is the need to be appreciated. Number two is the need to feel involved. And as you go through life, as I've discovered to myself, the need to be appreciated of yourself and others is going to be critical to your self-development and your self-image. Let me ask you a question. Who was your favorite teacher at school? Think of your favorite teacher at high school. I'm going to ask you 5 questions with this person. Number 1, were they passionate and enthusiastic about the subject they taught? Did they bring it to life? Number 2, when you got something right, did they say, well done? Number 3, when you got something wrong, were they empathetic and understanding? Question 4, did you like them? Question 5, did they like you? And the answer to those 5 questions is yes, 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 yes. And yet, 30 years later, if I looked you in the eye and said, what did this teacher say that made them so wonderful? You'd look at me and go, Robin, it was 30 years ago. It was geography. I can't remember. If I said, well, what did this teacher do that was so wonderful? You'd look at me and go, well, they threw chalk at me now and again, but I can't remember. But 30 years later, if I ask you, how did this person make you feel? You still remember. People forget what you say and people forget what you do. People never forget how you make them feel. As a speaker with responsibilities, remember that. How you make people feel is a legacy and what they'll remember.